there and welcome to Startup Central. I'm Nayanatara Rai, working from home. This is the only show of its kind dedicated to startups, technology, innovation, disruption. Basically, if it falls under the gambit of new economy, it's here every weekday on ET Now at 6 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, like all the stakeholders we feature on the show, the Startup Central team thrives on constructive feedback. We love it, we lap up on it, and that's how we improve. So don't hold back. Tell us what's missing in the show. Tell us how we can improve. Write into us, suc@etnow.tv, the email address right on top of the screens. You can also reach out to me personally. My Twitter handle is @Nayanatara Rai. Now, recently, we launched a brand new series on Startup Central. It's called Vocal for Local. That's right, with all of this noise that's being made around Vocal for Local, we said let's celebrate Indian startups and brands right here on the show. These are brands that are making a difference. And having said that, the brand we're featuring today is in the business of personal hygiene. Very, very important today, given what's happening with the pandemic and how we all need to up our game when it comes to hygiene. This one is specifically into female hygiene. It's called Paree, and the founder is not a Paree. His name is Sahil, and one of the shareholders is Saina Nehwal. So here is Sahil on Startup Central, part of Vocal for Local. Hi Sahil, thanks so much for joining us here. Hope everyone at Paree is indeed safe and healthy. Thank you for being a part of the show. Now, I understand that you were working on Wall Street, then you came back home, you came back to India, and you decided to enter the business of personal hygiene, and that also for women. How did that happen?
So yeah, hi Nayantara. Thanks for having us on this show today. So Nayantara, literally to give you a short journey how I started, I was an ex-banker and I came to India to help set up Reuters in India. Kuwait is the global head of Reuters in India and set up this business. And there are three things that why we are in this business. One is it's a blue ocean market. When I quit my job in 2012, only 12% women in India use sanitary napkins. So there's a large ramp up, large runway available for this product. And that was very interesting that there's a large market opportunity available, blue ocean. The second is EBITDA. We have to make money. I'm an ex-banker, so we like EBITDA. We like to make money for the stakeholder ecosystem. But the third, so that's an obvious. But the third is, good for company is good for community. Nayantara, so we're inspired by something Mr. Tata said, right? Nayantara, my product, a sanitary pad, keeps a girl in school. If she goes to school, she gets a job, and if she gets a job, then her family of four is better off. So at Soothe, we say investing in a young woman is the highest ROI in society. And that's why I'm in this business, as opposed to doing anything else.
I really like that investing in a girl is the highest ROI in a society. But tell me something then. You started, I believe your revenues are about 70 crores. As you said, as an ex-banker, you're obsessed with perhaps the bottom line as well. What's the experience been like? And are you seeing that whether consumers, women actually prefer newer brands like yours? Because, for many years, this is a market that was dominated by the multinationals.
Yes. So yeah, absolutely. So to get into the specifics, Nayantara, that when we survey, and given my background, everything we do is quant and qual research based. When we survey customers, we find that 8 out of 10 women are unhappy with their product. And the number one complaint is rashes, irritation, jalan, chipchipahat, wetness. So we're an innovation-focused company. We're an R&D-led company. So we understand the voice of customer and we solve their problems. We create new products. So we're so that is what's unique about us. And we have the best-in-class machines, best-in-class talent, and with that we are able to create better products. So Paree today sells in the market as a superior product, and that's why customers prefer our brand. And Nayantara, not to mention that there is a large
growing market. Are you charging a premium for it?
No, we choose to position the product at par with market leaders. The Paree's positioning, look, we're a young company, and so we choose to position it as a far superior product at the same price. So at the store level, you say, "Madam, same दाम में बढ़िया चीज मिल रही है." So that's the positioning.
So give me a little idea, like how at par are your prices?
Example, a competitor pack would be at starting at 25. We start at 25 as well, and we typically go as you go up the ladder to a very thin product that is positioned at 70 rupees a packet. So we have the whole range. We have the capability to make the base, middle, as well as premium products that every household in India uses. So Paree's vision, Nayanatara, is to be a household brand name, catering to the large India. So India has many Indias in it, and our product capability, machine capability, is to make all the above. So we choose to compete in these segments.
Okay, now how did Sania Nehwal happen?
So Saina was our brand ambassador, and actually, she had such a good, I guess she had such a great experience working with us, and at the same time, the Prime Minister Modi launched the Beti Bachao, Swachh Bharat campaigns, as well as Make in India. So I believe that conversation came up that we are, she's a brand ambassador for a homegrown Indian company that's a professionally managed, professionally run company. And there was a lot of excitement around that. So Saina said, look, I've taken all this money from you as my endorsement fees, and I'd like to give it back to you. So I said, hey, that's a great idea. And that's how she came on board as an investor in the company. And of course, Saina obviously saw the long-term vision and goal that we're trying to achieve with this. And yeah, we are very happy to have and lucky to have a great name like hers on our cap table now. She's one of the investors in the company.
That's a great story. She said, I'm going to return everything I earned as endorsement and become an investor. Now, you're a banker. You understand it all. Tell us a bit about how the fundraising drive has been. Is Sania Nehwal your only investor, or do you have other investors on board as well?
We have numerous institutional as well as high net worth individual investors. My first investor in the business, other than me and my family, we have the family office of the MD at UBS. So when I quit my job, the first guy who funded me was my old boss of 20 years ago, and he said, "How much money do you need?" So his family office funded us. Over the time, we've added many new investors along the way. So Sixth Sense Ventures is one of the investors. It's a consumer fund out of Mumbai. Symphony Ventures, it's a listed private equity fund listed on the London Stock Exchange. So many iconic names along the way.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. I believe that recently you came up with this whole thing of how you were going to give your women period leaves. What is that about?
Yeah, that's a hit, right, among all our employees. So let me tell you how that came about. During the lockdown, we realized, and Nayanatara, you may know, in the Indian context, in the Asian context, the woman is a caregiver of the family. And we realized that the woman of the house is always putting her family's needs above her own, whether it is with her kids, whether her in-laws, her husband. She looks after them first. And in this time when she's doing all the work, when we had no help available in the house, she was still doing bulk of the work. And we also saw that with hygiene, she was doing the same in a hygiene crisis, in a health crisis. So we realized that we needed to tell her, put yourself first when it comes to hygiene. Put yourself first, put herself first when it comes to health. And that's why we launched the She First campaign. We were telling her, put yourself first, only then you can help others. So that's something we started, and we were able to provide help to women who needed it most in terms of menstrual hygiene, feminine hygiene products. That led to another discussion in the office. Is that look, my company Nayanatara has 40% of our staff are women, right? And 80% of my corporate staff are women, and 64% of my direct management team is women. And so we that is how the concept of period leave came about. Is that we are a progressive company. Paree is a progressive young brand, and we are positioning this product at the many avatars of the progressive Indian woman. And that woman does not want to go win the world wearing the proverbial white pants the day she gets her period. She wants to kick it and take it easy on the day she wants to, if she wishes to. And that was the thought behind this, that you don't need to go run or catch a train in white pants the day you got your period. So in the net, heavy flow के लिए pari pads हैं, but cramps के लिए क्या करोगे? So work from home, take a day. It's okay. That was the concept. Keep it real. Hashtag keep it real.
That's a really nice idea. As a woman, I'm going to ask you this question as well. All of us may not need that period leave. For example, I wouldn't need that period leave. So would you? Can I collect it and maybe go on a holiday, or how will it work? I can maybe accumulate it and go on a holiday at the end of the year.
Yes, Nayanatara. So the culture of our company is a very young and a high performance culture. So we don't, for us, as long as the work gets done and as long as you are kick ass every day, and that's what matters to us. So the period leave is optional. It's up to you to take it or not. But you can avail it, and we will not penalize you for it.
I hope all male bosses are listening. I hope all bosses are listening, even women bosses. But having said that, Sahil, as we start wrapping up this conversation, what I want to ask you also is that what you've seen in recent years is mushrooming of several brands like yourselves. I understand how you are also working in rural India. You're giving away free pads. You're tying up with the supermarkets. Like you said, you're there in the whole value chain, right? But you've seen mushrooming of several brands. A lot of them are importing it maybe from China, like kits that they may be just assembling over here. How authentically make in India are you? We've also got brands, for example, that are using bamboo.
Yeah, that's right. So look, we are a mainstream company where we have factories. We have multiple factories. We manufacture the product in a best in class quality certified factories. We have ISI mark, we have ISO mark, we have US FDA registered factory in India. So that's the scale of our operations, and we make 1,000 pads a minute, and that's the scale and speed with which we operate. So yes, as a guy who worked on Wall Street, quit, gave up his green card, came to India and set up a plant under the Make in India vision, Beti Bachao and Swachh Bharat vision. I totally get it that India is a $1.3 billion market. We should be making in India at least what we consume in India. So there's always a case that the best capital and the best product should flow from every country. But what we consume, there is no reason why we can't make it in India. And that's what I'm doing. We're actually able to say we are able to get the best in class machines, the best R&D, and the best talent to create a good world-class product for our women in India.
So you're made in India, you have all these factories as well over here. You're clearly trying to also remove the taboo when it comes to women's personal hygiene. What next? What next? Because I think hygiene is a buzzword these days. Will you stay only for female? Are you not seeing opportunities that are maybe gender neutral?
Yes, absolutely, Nayanatara. So as a company, as a brand, Paree now, we're selling across India, except for a few states in the south, and now we are planning to go deeper and nationwide. So we're available in bulk of the country, and we're going deeper with that product. So the goal for brand Paree is to be a household brand name, being a far superior quality product. Importantly, my company has the following key competencies. One, we're a center of excellence. We have a good knowledge of absorbent products. We have a great team, a high performing culture, great cultural team. and we have a distribution asset. We have access to lakhs of stores where Paree is currently available, and we are going to monetize that. So yes, we are going to launch baby diapers and adult diapers in due course, and other hygiene products. Absolutely. And you're right. Post-COVID, hygiene and safety and hygiene are key issues. People understand that. So I think I'll give an example. Even in semi-urban and rural now, when we were doing a distribution of pads, women knew what they were getting. They were coming and asking for this product, and we're seeing that slowly and surely that taboo is going away. And COVID, if anything, has taught us that women value their hygiene. So we are ambitious and we are aggressive and optimistic about it.
Awesome. Sahil, always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks so much for being a part of Startup Central. And next time round, when you come on the show, maybe you and Saina and Nehwal can come together.
We'd love to. See you. Thank you. Thank you for having us.